All right, I wanted to go over how to create your homepage gallery and your homepage in general, just to go over this one example. So let's start off and let's just start from scratch because that'll be the easiest way to make sure you've got all of the page builder sorted out. So let's close homepage build example. Now we're going to publish that, and for this first bit, we'll open it in a new tab just so we can see the changes. So obviously one of the big changes is going to be let's remove the page title and let's remove the footer. Now to do that is not within the page builder yet, it's on the page while you're editing it in WordPress. And if you scroll down, you can disable those two items. So let's go ahead and start with that. And then we'll update our website, refresh, and now we have a blank canvas, and we'll throw in the gallery, and then we'll throw in the little address part. So now we can close out of this, and we can click on Edit with Elementor, and that will pop open our page builder. So let's get started. Let's add a section. It'll be one column, and the element that we want to use is going to be the full screen gallery. So if we drag and drop that in there, now we have our gallery up here, and we can start adding images. So you can go ahead and upload some images or select the images from your current site. So I'm going to go ahead and select some images, upload some images, click Create Gallery. You can add captions if you want or leave the captions blank. You can drag and drop to reorder. Really simple. Click Insert Gallery, and you can see it's already getting there pretty close. So you'll notice there's a bunch of options you can add, like the thumbnail navigation if you want. You can have the little dot navigation, etc. You can play with these all these options. Now the homepage that you have, the first homepage from the live preview is 100% gallery height, which means it's a full screen, and you can adjust that as you want. But for our example, we're trying to kind of replicate that live preview, so we're going to go ahead and leave those the same. And then I think we had autoplay on, so let's go ahead and do autoplay. It's in milliseconds, so let's do 5,000, and that just means every 5 seconds it will automatically rotate. So let's go ahead and click Save, and let's view that page. And you'll notice it's pretty close, but there's gaps everywhere. So to get rid of those is pretty easy. Let's jump back into the page editor. We can close the old one. So to jump back into the page editor, we can just, what we want to do is select section, and we want it to be full width, and the gap to be no gap. And voila, then we have no gap. And you can ignore the gap at the top. That's just what's added in the page builder so that you can edit the page still, and in the bottom. If we click Save, and if we view this in another tab, there'll be no gaps like you see. So that is how to create that full screen slider, and you can edit it, add new images, adjust the order, etc. Now to add the address is pretty easy as well. So for this example, let's go to the page builders, and the element you're looking for is Pro Address Box. You can just drag this on, and my screen size is a little small, so you'll see a little box down there, and you can do things like let's add information to it, like an address. Then let's add the price, and we can even add a button, which I think in the live preview we have it details, and then a link to whatever page you want to link that button to. So that is how we display that, and you'll notice by default it's in a fixed position, which means that when you scroll, it stays with your scroll bar. So that might be why we're wondering. Of course, when we save this and if we refresh it on our page, you'll see that it won't move since it's a full screen. But if you want to stop that from moving, it's pretty easy. Just click on the Style tab, and instead of fixed, make it absolute. So then it'll stay in an absolute position based on the gallery. And you can adjust the positioning as well there. So for instance, let's say you want it to be higher up in the image, you can adjust that, for instance. I'm just making it a little exaggerated. Now, if you wanted the position to be, so by default, the vertical position is going to adjust it higher from the bottom. Now, if you wanted to adjust the position higher from the top, what you're going to want to do is grab that element and move it above your gallery, and then you can adjust it from the top. So that's just a tip if you want, let's say for instance, we want the address bar to be on the top left. Now to do that, we want the horizontal position to be from the left, and then we want our vertical position to be from the top. And let's go ahead and make that 0. And if we click save, again, you'll notice a little gap up there. You can ignore that because that's just the page builder one. If you refresh from here, you'll see it's in the top left. So it's pretty cool. You can throw the position around all over the place, and then you could even have it fixed on the screen, but that's how to use that element right there.